what you can do is in ChatGPT, you can actually provide your Python code. You can say how to improve that code. It will improve that code. Or you can just say, hey, explain me in simple English what this code is doing. So I actually wanted some Python code in order to provide that example. And where should I get Python code? Well, I asked ChatGPT to create me a bad code. So let's look at this, my prompt. Give me a not so good PySpark code with 50 lines, which is loading data into a table from a zipped CSV file on AWS S3 bucket. Parameterize the code with variables, right? Then it created that code and it gave me that code. Now I could have asked next prompt as like, now explain me what this code is doing. In case if you don't know what that code is doing, like sometimes in your job, in your work, you have something which you don't know what it is doing, and you can just ask ChatGPT to explain that to you, right? It will explain that to you. So before I asked, hey, you're a beginner. Now I say, now you're an expert in PySpark. Rewrite above code by improving performance. Now here I'm giving details, right? Gotta give details. What do you really want to improve? Now the bad prompt could be improve the above code, right? You're just saying improve. The word says improve the code for performance, improve the code for readability, modularity, all those kind of things. Like I'm giving all that details. Boom. Here you go. It created these functions, right? It's more modular now. It wrote this code, but I don't know how it's improving the performance. And then I asked, explain me how this above code is actually improving the performance. And it shows me how it's improving the performance. It wrote all those things through, and I can actually do a lot more. Like I had an idea, okay, I wanted to break that code. If the file size is greater than 10 GB, then load those files sequentially. And if the file size is less than 10 GB, then just load it in parallel, because those are small files. You can load them in parallel quickly. Like ChatGPT can write that kind of a code for you. There you go. Like, here it's figuring out the file size. Then I also wrote, like, it did not put the right comments. I said, put the right comments, right? If the small files is less than 10 gig, large files is greater than 10 gig. And here you see it improved the code by giving me, more doco or the more comments, so that the code is even more readable. Like here, the large file size greater than 10 GB, less than 10 GB load in parallel, like all that it wrote here. That was like just beautiful. And I actually wrote that. Now here's another example of SQL query, which I asked for, like, hey, give me some SQL queries. Like if you have a bad query, you can just say, hey, improve this SQL query, and then it'll improve it for you and say, explain me how you have improved the query. This is ChatGPT, and I just wanted to show you, like, you have Bard also, which is by Google. Bard is also pretty good. Also, I wanted to show you Copilot, which is a Microsoft AI companion, and you can ask anything, like same as ChatGPT. So really, sky is truly the limit. With that, I would say happy learning, and I'll see you in the next one. Go play some sports. सच में देखा जाए तो ये AI कुछ है नहीं, जाके कुछ खेलो. And please don't forget, you know what, right? Subscribe, share, and like. Namaste.